All right, y'all, let's get into space and tie some points together on this, on what I think's going on here, because we're shown a little bit of truth in all things. And with this truth, it's covered with lies. So we need to be able to filter through the lies and see what's kind of going on, all right? So Earth, biblically speaking, and with our five senses and through the scientific method that you can test and repeat and observe and peer review and all these other things, the Earth is a flat, stationary plane, all right? When you go up in camera, it seems to be infinite, all right? That stuff doesn't really matter. But the Bible says it's stationary in a flat circle, like a pizza. Pizza. And also remember that the ice is the capstone per se, because it floats through the top of the water. All right, unless it's in vapor form, the V1 pair form. Anyways, the V is the 22 for the 2-2, for the 2-in-1, for the Satan, Antichrist, for the Jesus and Jesus, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and the 2-in-2 is also for the four spirits that control earth and man and all this other stuff that connects to the four horsemen. So, space. The firmament, all right? We got a firmament above us. There's water above us, above the firmament, and it creates our atmosphere, our air pressure that we have here, all right? So, the astronauts train underwater, okay? So, the sky is blue during the day because the sun is showing you that it's blue because there's water up there. And then we can see through the water at nighttime, okay? Because the stars, when you look at them, when the planets, you look at them, they look like they're underwater, okay? So, when you get up so high, the stars disappear, all right? It's because you're getting too close to their, to the reflective zone of the firmament, in a matter of speaking. So, the rockets, they take off this way at an arc, okay? If they go directly up, they'll smash into the firmament and blow up. We know this. Why? Because the Operation Fishbowl experiments that took place, I think, in the 20s or 10s or whatever that was. Anyways, so Operation Fishbowl shows go straight up or go certain angles, they'll blow up. So when you see a rocket take off and you see certain parts of it, it will take off. And when it gets to a certain height, if you've seen this footage, it will look like it's a boat. If you're like in a plane looking at a boat down, it looks the reverse, like the rocket is a boat going into the water. And it starts leaving ripples behind it. It looks just like a boat, all right? So, if they get the angle just right, they can merge the boat and ride it into there and create like a torpedo, correct? This torpedo goes into the water. There's no outer space, but it's all inner space. It's all here, all right? So they're going into the dark waters. And then once they get so far, the dark waters creates that like vacuum, right? So once you get in there, the waters just take you, right? And that would kind of be where they don't need, where they tell you that you can just throw a football forever. If you throw a football, it'll go forever in space. That would be like that water taking it, okay? Like a bottle, you put a bottle in the ocean, it will just keep floating forever, right? So it's the same kind of thing. So they're going into the water and they're actually taking pictures of these, I don't want to say planets, but stars and galaxies or whatever. The planets, that's a whole nother thing. Like the Mars that they're landing on, that's all done on Earth or whatever. The planets those are all missions or whatever. However, it is the solar system, right? And we see the us and our. So the solar system could actually be the different Earths, in a matter of speaking, where after one Earth gets used for one age or whatever, then the elect and the remnant are gathered up and we're taken and we go and see another planet like Mars next. and then Earth becomes inhabitable and Mars or whatever, and then the people have to create a new society to live on this Earth or whatever. So it would be kind of that kind of thing. But we don't really know that. Those are all just speculations. This is just like a speculation video trying to put the different things together about what they show us to actual truth, okay? But they're going into these galaxies or universes per se, and these are like your living, like when you go down in the deep ocean and you see all these crazy creatures or crazy amoebas or whatever, right? That's what they're kind of taking pictures of in a matter of speaking. So they're able to, it'd be like a picture of a angel, like a spiritual angel up there kind of thing, right? Because that's the light and the light bearer, and it's all those types of things, folks. Either way, space, the way they show it or whatever is not real. So if they're like actually able to go into the waters, right, that would explain the bubbles in space, and that would explain a lot of things, folks, that they show, but they can't necessarily tell us, but it's all there, right? Now, I'm not saying every single time they're really up there or whatever, okay? I know a lot of times it's done in a pool and all this or whatever, okay? But I'm sure there are times when they have, or they are trying to go up there and they're figuring out the capabilities or whatever. I'm not thinking that man necessarily goes up there, but I'm thinking that like their Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 or whatever, they could actually be little probes that are floating around in the waters up there. All right. But like, there's no way we landed on the moon, because he's already come out and said we haven't landed on the moon. And there's so much proof that we didn't land on the moon. All right. That was like one of the major, the Kennedy one, all that stuff was like major stuff to get people hooked onto the TV back then or whatever, and to upsells and all this other stuff. Because if you didn't have the TV, then you was going to be missing this live news or whatever's going on. So it was just all a big propaganda push. So even though the CIA did come out taking care of Kennedy, that should be a red flag that Kennedy was probably still walking around. Because he had big orange goop come out of him. Anyways, why is there only one footage and all this other stuff that rises up to show you that it's all malarkey? It's all malarkey. Malarkey. Anyways, folks, we'll end it here. They're not landing on a transparent moon. Just tell you that moon is see-through during the day, see-through at night. And it's made of cheese, y'all. We all know the moon is made of cheese. Okay? Little humor, in case y'all don't know.